What's up, Shacklz gang? This is Jaleel Shacklz at your advice guru, giving you relationship advice, general advice, and spreading love and positivity. Today's video is, how do you know when a girl or a guy is gonna lead you on? Previously, in a video that I made called Why Guys Can't Handle Rejection, Marco Fernandez, shout out to you, had a conversation with me about girls leading him on, breaking his heart. And I know there's a lot of guys and girls out there, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a video on that. But before I get into the topic, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you receive my uploads, and comment in the section below so that I can see what you're thinking and possibly make that into a future video. Because, you know, people always need help at some point, or they hit a pivotal point and they feel like they can't go to their friends. That's where you share. So maybe you saw this beautiful girl. She was like at the top, model chick. You really wanted to talk to her. You worked up the courage to talk to her. And then you go on a few dates, slowly it fades, but then next thing you know, when she talks back to you, you find out she has a boyfriend. And then you go, well, you saw me doing what I was doing. Why did you not tell me you had a boyfriend? And she goes, well, you didn't have to if you didn't want to. So before you get into that area, let's talk about this. So how do you know a person's going to lead you on? For starters, if you're pursuing somebody without looking at how they're reciprocating it, you're going to be led on. You can do nice things for a person, and who doesn't love attention, but if they're not reciprocating it, if they're not actually taking the time out of their day to spend time with you or go out on dates or just to hang out with you or give you like a few minutes of their time to just like kick it with you, see what you're about, then you're going to be led on. Because, put it this way, I had 2 jobs, full-time school. And I still made time for my girl 3 days out of the week just to go see her and see how everything was going and motivating her to continue being the best version of herself. Well, that should let you know that when you're pursuing somebody, there should be nothing that, well, not necessarily nothing that gets in the way, but they should be able to make time for you. If they're not making time for you, you need to move on. The second way you can be led on is if you don't actually state your intentions. You're hoping that the person will get the hint based off of the things that you've given them, the things that you do for them. Whether you're a girl and you decide, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and make him some food, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But you don't actually state your intentions, like, oh yeah, you know, how do you think of us in a relationship? You don't necessarily have to say, I've been in love with you since the first day I met you. Like, no. What you do is, you just put it in their mind, the possibility of you guys being in a relationship, and see how they respond. They could either say in like subliminal messages that they were kind of attracted to you, but they didn't think that you felt the same way. Because a lot of times people don't validate themselves and feel good about themselves and feeling wanted. They hate themselves. So then they think, oh yeah, the person probably likes me, but why would the person like me? I don't like myself. So if you don't put it out there, they won't think in that mindset. That way you're not wasting your time doing all these things for the person that you like, hoping that they'll see what you're doing as a sign of attraction. And then when you finally get to that point, they end up having a boyfriend, they have a girlfriend, they stop kicking it with you. And if they decide to create distance after you've said something, or they say you're not their type, don't take it personally. Go to my previous video, why like men can't handle rejection, and that'll help you. At the same time, you have to really look at the whole situation. Okay? The third way you get led on is if you go in the intention, maybe you did state your intention that you wanted to be in a relationship, and then they say, oh, we could be friends. And then you're like, you know what? We'll be friends. Eventually she'll see me, or he'll see me. You become friends, you start hanging out a little bit more, you start getting closer. And then they still pop that question like, hey, we're still friends. And you're like, well, I did all this work. I thought it would probably work. I heard a bunch of people getting out of the friend zone. Well, for one, you never really, like, change their mind. You literally have to create a little bit of distance so that they miss you. Then when you hang out, everything is a thrill. And you don't sit around for all the little, oh yeah, you know, I had all these bad relationships. I had this and that problems in my life. People that are going to go into relationships don't even talk about that because they want to be deemed as like having the best impression. So they're not going to talk to you about that. They'll make the conversations more meaningful about moral values, about political views. They're not going to say things to you that would definitely deter somebody from getting with them. Sometimes that's used as a mechanism to try to turn you off so that you just see the other person as friends, that they're really a bad person and they just want to be friends with you. If they reject you a second time after you decided to be friends and you still have these feelings, you need to save yourself and move along. Don't waste your time on somebody that's not trying to invest in you in the same way. Because they'll still reap the benefits, and it's even worse being in the friend zone and you're doing all these things and they're just accepting of it and being like, oh, thank you. But then they talk to you about some other person that you really don't care about and the problems that they're having. The fourth way you could get led on. The person seems really flirtatious. You guys seem to be making out. You're hanging out alone. You hang out at each other's house. You might even sleep together, especially in this generation, unfortunately. But then they never actually put a title to what you guys have. You're not necessarily super close friends. It almost seems like you're acquaintances. It almost sounds like a friends with benefits, honestly. But you want to see, like, if you could get in a relationship. But then they probably come out with the, oh, yeah, you know, I can see us together, but I don't think that, like, that would be the smartest thing. That's because they're actually getting the benefits of actually being in a relationship without the actual commitment. You have no entitlement. A lot of times when you do have commitment, it's like you drop your friends or you focus on that one person and you focus on yourself and building yourself to become better than what you were before. So you literally put yourself in a category where you're dealing with this person that doesn't truly want to be with you. Oh, what's worse is when you decide to put forth this person, they don't put a title to it. As soon as you get with somebody else, here they come back again. That is a setup. Don't fall for that setup. Because what'll happen is, you'll think that person's so attractive because you had history with that person. You'll drop the person that's really good for you. You'll go back to that person, and they'll do the same thing. They won't actually have a full-on relationship with you. They're basically setting you up. Keeping you as a back burner for when they don't have a real relationship that they find deep for themselves. Let me tell you something. People will only, especially girls, will only accept a relationship that they feel they deserve. If they feel like, you know, I'm not a really good person, they're going to get somebody that treats them like shit because that's how they feel they should be treated. So if you're a really good guy out here and you get rejected by a girl that you think is, like, amazing, but she keeps on going after these other dudes, that's because that's what she feels she deserves, and you don't take it personally. You move on to a girl that values your time. This is Jaleel Shacklz, your advice guru. Let me know what you think in the comments. Deuces.